that is about the forebrain. And perhaps you know that forebrain consists of three parts, that is the cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Okay, cerebrum forms the major part of the brain called cerebrum forms the major part of the human brain. Okay, the deep cleft divide the cerebrum into two halves. Deep cleft divide the cerebrum into two halves, which are termed as the left and right hemispheres. Okay, the hemisphere are connected by a tract of nerve fiber called corpus luteum. Okay, cerebrum is divided into two parts, cerebral hemisphere, left cerebral hemisphere and right cerebral hemisphere, and both cerebral hemisphere are connected by each other by a tract of nerve fibers called corpus callosum. Okay, the layer of cells which covers the cerebral hemisphere is called cerebral cortex. Okay, and is thrown into prominent folds. The cerebral cortex is referred to as gray matter. But why? Why cerebral cortex is referred to as gray matter? Due to its grayish appearance. Due to its grayish appearance. Due to its grayish appearance. Okay, the neuron cell bodies are concentrated here, giving the color. Cerebral cortex contains motor area, sensory area, and large regions that are neither clearly sensory nor motor in function. These regions called as the association area. The region is called as the association area that are responsible for complex functions like intersensory association, memory, and communication. Memory, that is also called experience, because memory that is the based on the experience. Due to this, memory is also called experience. Okay, fiber of the tract are covered with the myelin sheath. Nerve fibers is covered with the myelin sheath, and that myelin sheath are formed by Eschimana cell. Eschimana cell. Myelin sheath is formed by Eschimana cell. Fiber of tract that are covered by myelin sheath, and myelin sheath that is formed by Eschimana cells. Okay, which constituent the, this means myelin sheath constituent the inner part of cerebral hemisphere. They give an opaque white appearance to the layer and hence is called the white fiber. Okay, the cerebrum wraps around a structure. Cerebrum wraps around a structure called thalamus, which is a major coordinating center for sensory and motor signaling. Okay, another very important part of the brain called hypothalamus lies at the base of thalamus. Lie at the base of thalamus. The hypothalamus contains a number of centers which control body temperature, urge for eating and drinking. Okay, it also contains several group of neurosecretory cells which secrete hormones. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? Yes. We secrete neurosecretory cells which secrete hormones, called hypothalamic hormones. Okay, the inner part of cerebral hemisphere and a group of associated deep structures like amygdala, hippocampus, etc. form a complex structure called the limbic lobe or limbic system. Along with the hypothalamus, it is involved in the regulation of sexual behavior, expression of emotional reaction, examples excitement, pleasures, urge, excitement, pleasure, rage, and fear, and motivation. This is the part of the completely about the forebrain. That forebrain is divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. But this is the knowledge from the according to NCRT. But we will study out of the NCRT. That is, this is the figure which you are seeing, that is about the forebrain. This is the forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. After that, this is the spinal cord. In the forebrain, you know good way that three part is present: cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Here you are seeing that this is the cerebrum part, and this is the dicephalon, posterior ventral, and this is the olfactory lobes. This is the olfactory lobe, that is the antral ventral, and this is the dorsal part of the brain, and this is the ventral part of the brain. Okay, olfactory. Now we are studying about the olfactory lobes. Okay, that is present antroventral olfactory lobes. Olfaction means that olfaction means a smell. Okay, olfaction means a smell. Here olfactory lobe, that is one pair lobe percent. Here you studied that olfactory lobes of olfactory lobes. Role of olfactory lobe in human is placed by cerebrum. Okay, this means olfactory lobe that is absent in humans. Okay, here you are seeing that is the olfactory lobe, that is the number is one pair lobe present. Okay, each lobe has two parts: olfactory bulb and olfactory tract, anterior and posterior respectively. Each lobe has two parts: olfactory bulb and olfactory tract. Olfactory bulb receive information of a smell through olfactory nerves from isthmian membrane. Isthmian membrane is a nerve in a nasal cavity, and the tract carry this information through cerebrum. Okay, what is the function of olfactory lobe? The function of olfactory lobe, that is the explanation of a smell, mainly its intensity. Explanation of a smell. Note that the function of olfactory lobe is take over even by cerebrum. Function of olfactory lobe is take even by cerebrum in human brain. So these are poorly developed. This means the function of olfactory lobe in humans brains are placed by cerebrum, so these are poorly developed. This means sensory organs to sense the smells we have poorly developed. Okay, because this function, olfactory lobe function, is taken over by cerebrum in us. Due to this, it is a poorly developed. Okay, in the next class we will take the knowledge about the cerebrum. Okay.